Hello everybody and welcome to my first episode of Cluestomp, which is going to be a series that I play in between all of my other games that I have going on so that I can kind of relax and just enjoy some clue stomping, which means taking care of puzzles, making our way through stories that have some really good narratives. So I chose Nancy Drew for the first series of Cluestomp because I used to play these games a long time ago. I've only finished a few of them, because when I played, there weren't any walkthroughs and I got stuck up on some puzzles, but I'm hoping that I can stomp the puzzles in all of these playthroughs. So anyway, let's get right into The Secret of Shadow Ranch.
Welcome to my latest case, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Gameplay Overview.
I'm not new to adventure games, so
Dear
I'm gonna
Hannah,
go with Senior.
Well, I made it to Shadow Ranch, but I'm afraid all is not well. The Raleighs, the people who own the ranch, have been called away on some kind of emergency. They had Dave Gregory, he's their foreman, pick me up at the airport. He gave me a phone number, told me to call the Raleighs at that number as soon as I got settled in, and refused to tell me anything else. In fact, he barely said 2 words to me the whole ride to the ranch. What's worse, Bess and George aren't here yet. Which is very strange, because even though we had to take different flights, we figured we'd get into Phoenix at about the same time. Being here without them feels odd. After all, the Raleighs are their aunt and uncle, not mine. I wouldn't even be here if Bess and George hadn't begged them to invite me out to the ranch for 2 weeks, too. Until about 3 months ago, the Raleighs owned a clothing store. Bess said it was always their dream to sell the store and buy a cattle ranch. I hope they're okay, but frankly, as beautiful as Shadow Ranch is, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this place. Love, Nancy.
Okay, so before we start, I just want to say that the setup you see on your screen is simply because the resolution for this game does not fit my big, very big monitor that I have, and so I had to kind of split it up like this. This isn't usually how I format videos, and I think as the Nancy games progress, the resolution gets increasingly better and better, so just keep that in mind before we get into this. But I picked Shadow Ranch as my first one because those of you who watch me or know me know that I'm a huge horse person. And so this game features horses. This is one of the games that I was never able to solve. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do everything. Still fixing up front porch, use back door, Dave. Okay, so the other interesting thing that I want to get into is game design. And so this is the first thing I want to talk about. This is just a way of blocking off areas so that they didn't have to make and render more scenes, which I find really interesting. I'm making my own adventure game, so it's really nice to study these things. So I think first thing we're supposed to do is call the Raleighs and see what the heck is going on. That's what we were just told. Look at this old phone. Oh man.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Raleigh. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy, are you at the ranch?
Yes, and I'm a little concerned that you're not.
Is everything all right?
Is everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine. I mean, it is now. It wasn't last night, of course.
Everything would have been fine last night if you hadn't made such a fuss.
I love the characters in these
How could I not
games.
make a fuss? There was a rattlesnake in our bedroom, for Pete's sake.
Rattlesnake, oh.
Did you say rattlesnake?
I told Ed to leave it alone and let one of the hands get it out of there, but no, Ed started poking at it with my yardstick, and all of a sudden it leapt up and bit him.
Gosh, where? If it leapt up, where did it bite him?
In the bedroom, dear.
Oh.
I could have sworn I mentioned that.
No, Mrs. Raleigh. I mean, where did it bite him? On his arm? On his leg?
Oh, on his arm, just below the elbow. Swelled up something awful. But fortunately, he's doing much better today, and the doctors think he'll be well enough to go home in a day or so.
I'm well enough to go home right now.
Bad
No,
patient.
you're not. If I don't stay here with him, he'll get up and walk right out that door.
No, I won't.
Okay, obviously we do not want to postpone our visit, so
What can I do to help you?
Oh, nothing, dear. Absolutely nothing. You just go get a horse from Tex. He's the head wrangler, and go riding to your heart's content. I told Shorty to go ahead with the cookout I planned for tonight, and...
The envelope. Have her take that envelope to Mary.
ha,
Oh, good idea.
our first
There's an
quest.
envelope in the roll-top desk in the den marked Mary. If you could ride over to Mary Yazzy's and give it to her, we'd really appreciate it.
Okay,
I'll do it right away. Did you say I'd have to ride there?
Because of the way the roads are set up around here, it takes longer to drive to her place from the ranch than it does to get there on horseback. Dave will tell you how to get there.
She's gonna have to get the key to the desk from him, too.
Oh, that's right. I always lock the roll top. Dave has the key. Oh, dear. It seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you.
The horse, Bet. Tell her about the phantom horse.
Phantom horse?
Did he say phantom horse?
Yes. You see, last night we...
Hello, Mr. Raleigh.
Of course. Of course the conversation
we
gets
have
cut
to
off.
Go. Don't worry about us, dear. You just go have fun. Just be sure to wear a hat and drink plenty of water. It's gonna be another hot one. Bye!
No, wait. Just tell me about the... phantom horse?
Dun dun dun. Okay, so of course we are left without any actual real info about the phantom horse, but the first thing we were told to do is that we need to get a key for this roll top desk, which of course Nancy's like, I don't have anything that can open that right now. Oh my gosh. I don't remember any of this. So yeah, keep in mind that I played these games like over 10 years ago, so it's been a really long time. You will enjoy this series and these types of games if you just like a good story and some puzzles and clues. City Slicker's Guide to Ranch Horses. Oh boy. Okay, so if I need horse information and I can't answer the horse information without having to go to this book, we know we have a problem because my career, I work with horses. And so I'm not going to read through this book, and I'm going to trust my horse sense in my information I know. The tumbleweed times. Paint dries in record time due to record heat. Local science teacher spends day watching paint dry. Says it's the most excitement he's had in years. Interesting.
That's not the right time.
Ah.
Must be broken.
Okay. So, oh gosh, I need a notepad or something because in these games you kind of need to keep track of all of the clues that are going on. Oh gosh, I love these renders. These are so nice. All of this I think was rendered and then it's just click through, you know. Point and click. Charlena Purcell, like wind through my heart. 2-bet from Charlene, so she got it signed. Any other things? No. Okay, so. Oh, I remember that puzzle. Cake. We have to make cake at some point. Sheriff's number. Can I put it in my phone?
I don't need that right now.
Well, if I need to call the sheriff, I will note that number down and we can call him. All right, let's talk to...
Hey, you must be Nancy.
Shorty.
I'm the cook, Shorty Thurmond. Welcome to Shadow Ranch. Come on over here and tell me about yourself. You have talked to the Raleighs, right?
Yes. Phantom horse.
Bet said something about a phantom horse. Do you know what she was talking about?
Sure do. See, I was just about to crawl into bed last night when all of a sudden this glowing horse comes galloping up outside. It stops and rears and paws, whinnying and snorting. Then it just wheels around and gallops off into the night. It was Dirk Valentine's horse, you know. Now it's a phantom.
A phantom horse?
Dirk Valentine was an outlaw around here back in the 1880s. Legend has it he was in love with Frances Humber. She lived right here on Shadow Ranch.
Cool.
Unfortunately, her daddy was the sheriff.
Oh no.
Something tells me this story does not have a happy ending.
Because of him, Valentine was captured and eventually hanged. Ever since, the ghost of his horse has been roaming the desert, cursing whoever sees him with bad luck.
You don't really believe that, do you?
All I know is, Ed Raleigh sees the horse, and what happens less than 2 minutes later? He gets bit by a rattlesnake. You do the math.
Well, I'd better get going.
Pleasure talking to you.
Okay, so Shorty would like us to believe that a phantom horse is the reason that Ed got bitten. So what we have here is a little bit of a historical mention of Frances Humber and
Frances Humber.
Speaking of.
So that's what she looked like.
So here's Frances, and then I guess she was in love with Dirk Valentine, who is an outlaw. So here we are. Chopping wood. There's the outdoor arena. Oh, let's see how hot it is.
I didn't know thermometers went up that high.
That's not even that high, Nancy. Alright, so fire. locked? Not locked. Wow, okay. A door in Nancy Drew that isn't locked. Okay, so this is just the pump house. So the graphics for this aren't bad, but if you look at the most recent Nancy, well, not Midnight in Salem, maybe Sea of Darkness, you'll see the progression of graphics. Now, who's this cowboy? I sure did.
I sure did. Do you think Ed's gonna be all right?
He'll be okay. Getting bit by a rattler's no picnic, but it sounds like he's out of the woods.
All right. How do you think that snake got into the room? Yeah, that's the real question. I mean, they just crawl
in through a mouse hole sometime during the day and took a nap. Nighttime's when they're most active. Something the Raleighs found out the hard way.
Has anything like that ever happened here before?
Not since I've been here. Guess you're gonna be asking me a lot of questions, huh?
Yep, that's what we do.
I'm sorry. Am I bugging you?
The Raleighs said you were a detective.
Amateur detective.
Okay.
It's just kind of a hobby.
I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. We were short a couple hands to begin with, and now with the Raleighs gone and everybody on edge over what happened last night, well, this is not a good time to be visiting Shadow Ranch, that's all.
Okay, so here is where we ask about the key so we can open the desk and take a
The Raleighs
ride.
asked me to take something out to Mary Yazi's, but it's in the den in the roll-top desk, which is locked. They said you had the key?
Sure do. They gave me their key ring at the hospital.
Great, thanks.
Sweet.
To get to Mary's shop, just follow the trail that goes northeast out of the corral. Can't miss it. And I should probably warn you, she doesn't like the Raleighs.
Uh-oh, why doesn't Mary like the
Why not?
Raleighs?
No idea. Not really
Great.
any of my business.
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
So, we have Ed, who's been bitten by a rattlesnake after seeing a mysterious phantom horse. We have Mary Yazzie, who does not like the Raleighs. We have Shorty, who thinks the phantom horse is the reason Ed got bitten. So we have all of these narratives kind of coming together to tell a story. We've got some chickens. Hey, you don't even think about taking my eggs when I'm here. It makes me crazy. Okay, so I guess that means don't touch the chickens when they're on their nest, basically. So let's go to the stable, of course, because as the horse person that I am, I want to see. I think our horse's name is Bob, I think.
Well,
Yeah,
hello
look, it's
there.
Bob.
You got some friends back there?
Alright, so we have Bob, who's a bay. We have Clyde, who's a gray. And we
Hi
have
there.
Ace.
You
Oh,
two aren't too shabby looking either.
Ace looks like my last horse replica, who I sadly had to sell recently. The horse models really aren't that bad. I mean, a little pixely, but I think that has to do with the resolution. But I just love games that have horses in them. And look at this tack room. We've got all kinds of Western saddles in here. We've got some curb bits. There's a head stall over there, American quarter horse, and this shows you all of the parts of the horse, which is pretty cool. Yep, absolutely love this game. The nostalgia I'm getting just from playing this is crazy. Pete's Pink Cattle Supplement. Are there cows on this ranch? I don't remember. So we've got Dandy, Zeke, here's Bob's stuff, Cookie, here's some hackamores, or Boswells rather, not hackamores, kind of a type of hackamore. Got some cinches, more bits, nice little hat. Horse feeding, chicken feeding. Okay, so this tells us how to feed all of the animals. What's that? Can't click it. Always check your girth before hitting the trail. It's really interesting that they call it a girth because usually Western tack it's called a cinch, but if you know what one means, you can call it you can call it whatever, I think. And who'd they say this was? Tex? Toe, quarter heel, bulbs. Yeah, so this talks about the hoof of the horse.
So which one are you?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
His voice
The
is
Raleigh
so
said
deep.
they were going to be inviting some young ladies out here. I take it you're one of them.
He seems kind of a little bit rough, huh?
Yes, I'm Nancy Drew. And you are?
I'm the head wrangler. You want to ride, you come to me.
Head wrangler.
You prove to me you know what you're doing, I may just let you.
How do I prove
How do
I know what I'm
prove
doing?
to you I know what I'm doing?
First thing you're gonna do is never ride unless you're wearing a hat and gloves.
Okay.
And unless you got a full canteen of water. You can wear that hat over there. It's Mrs. Raleigh's. Got a helmet built right in.
Okay.
Her gloves are on the saddle you'll be using. And you can get a canteen from Shorty. Then you're gonna saddle and bridle your horse.
Mm-hmm.
No need to brush him. I do that when I bring him in. Then you're gonna lead him to the mountain block in the corral and mount up. Then I'm gonna ask you some questions. You can't ride outside the corral till you get all the answers right.
Once I pass your test, can I ride anytime I want?
Long as you talk to me first. When you're done riding, you're gonna dismount, hook your horse up, take the saddle and bridle off, and put him back where you got him. Always keep your gloves with your saddle.
Okie doke. Oh, Nancy's getting all, do these horses ground tie? Nancy knows what ground tying is. That means when you take off, if you put the reins over their head and let the reins dangle down, if you're out in a trail or something, the horse knows to just stand there. Sometimes you don't even have to do that, and they'll just stand.
Do these horses ground tie?
Yep. If you get off when you're on the trail, don't tie your reins to nothing. Just drop them. And barring an earthquake or something, old Bob will stay put.
Oh, Bob.
Who's Bob?
The bay over there. Name's Bob. That's who I'm putting you on.
Nice.
Did you see the phantom horse last night?
I saw something. Just what? I still ain't sure.
May I go riding now?
Nope. With the Raleighs gone, the ranch is real short-handed. Before you ride, you're gonna have to go see if Shorty's got any chores that need
Chores.
doing. Gotta get a canteen from him anyway.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Yahoo!
Okay, so he seems a little ornery, but he did say that we need our hat, so I'm going to grab a hat, and then we have to go do some chores for Shorty. And then this will be the saddle that we use, because it says Bob, so that's Bob's saddle. So let's go and talk to Shorty. So the other cool thing about Nancy Drew games is that you have these journals. I chose Senior Detective mode, so I don't get to use the little checkmark system that they have, but you can use the journals to kind of read back over your conversations. Yeah, see, the head wrangler is this really creepy guy named Tex. Did I say creepy? I mean to say scary. So she kind of talks a little bit about... Wait, did she just say one of them is cute? I get the feeling that the ranch foreman, Dave Gregory, doesn't want me around. Ordinarily, I wouldn't mind, but he's kind of cute. So, like, Nancy thinks Dave's cute. I mean, Dave isn't bad looking. Dave is the guy over here, by the way. He's not that bad looking.
Hello?
Oh, jeez, that scared me.
Hi, it's Beth and George.
Hi, I'm at the ranch. Where are you guys?
Yes,
The airport in Phoenix?
we're at the airport in Omaha,
Oh,
Nebraska.
no.
Our plane had to land here so they could fix some problem with the radio, and now they're saying we could be on the ground for hours.
Well, at least they didn't cancel the flight.
Yet. I mean, who knows what's really going on? Yeah, no one around here ever gives you a straight answer. So what's going on there?
A lot.
A lot. Last night, Uncle Ed and Aunt Beth found a rattlesnake in their room.
Oh my gosh! Are they okay?
Well, actually, it bit Uncle Ed.
Is he alright?
He will be. Right now, he's in the hospital. He'll probably be there for a day or two. Aunt Beth's staying with him.
Oh my gosh!
And apparently a phantom horse showed up at just about the same time as that snake.
A phantom horse? Of all the times to get stranded in some stupid airport. Look, you just better keep us posted, Nancy Drew. That's all I gotta say. We're so bored. George just bought a book on 19th century clothing and accessories.
George did?
It's the only thing in the bookstore here that looked halfway interesting. So if you need to know anything that's even remotely related to 19th century fashion, let us know, okay?
Sounds good to me.
So what else has been going on?
Okay, so we can talk about a lot. I don't need any hints right now. And I don't really want to talk to Bess and George about everything because
That's an order.
I think we have a pretty good idea of what's going on. You know, Ed got bitten by the rattlesnake. We have to do chores for Shorty. We can go riding to deliver a message to Mary Yazzie. We now have the key to open this. So as most adventure games work, you find a key to open things, and then, you know, you take what you find in the place you opened.
The Raleighs sold a trunk full of junk to Mary Yazzie.
And we snoop a lot. So let's see. Used steamer trunk containing junk items from Shadow Ranch sold to Mary Yazzie, $85. Paid in full cash. Okay, so they had some business going on, it looks like. Here's the letter we have to take to Mary Yazzie. And then, to Ed and Bet Raleigh, just because you fired me, don't make another mistake and think that you've heard the last of me, because you haven't. We all know that I deserved a second chance. Letting me go without giving me one was just plain wrong.
Sounds like this Jane Nash person has it out for the Raleighs.
So we have to figure out who Jane Nash is. In fact, know what your problem is? You don't even believe in justice, but see, I do. That's the way my brother and I were raised. Justice always prevails, although sometimes it needs a little help. You'll see. Ooh, so this Jane Nash person could be our culprit, perhaps. It seems like so far she would be the one person who wants revenge over all else that we've seen here on the ranch. Alright, so let's go see if we can get a chore or two done for Shorty. I'm gonna try and keep these videos to about half an hour each.
Hey there,
So
Nancy.
let's see.
Man, I wish the Raleighs were here.
How
How
come?
come?
I'm really looking forward to you and me sitting down and having a nice conversation. Especially
Why,
with
though?
all the weird stuff that's going on. I'm so busy getting all their chores done in addition to my own that I barely have time to talk to myself, let alone to you. Enough of me complaining. What's up?
Well, lucky for you, Shorty. We are here to help you with your chores.
Tex said I should get a canteen from you and see if there are any chores you'd like me to do.
Music to my ears. First thing you can do for me is go out to the garden and pick all the ripe vegetables.
Okay.
You know what ripe vegetables look like, don't you?
No, but
Not really?
don't worry, I'll find out.
Good, because if you pick vegetables that aren't ripe yet, I'll be real ticked.
Okay.
You can put them in the vegetable basket that's hanging outside. And one more thing. Sometime today, I need you to build a cooking fire in the pit outside.
Okay.
I'll light it when I'm ready to start cooking. And be sure to fill the bucket out there
my
with
gosh.
water and leave it by the pit. You know, just in case something catches on fire that isn't supposed to. The Raleighs wanted to have a cookout tonight, and by golly, we're gonna have a cookout no matter who is or isn't here.
Well, I'd better get
Okay.
going.
Come back soon.
So, I think it's puzzle time. Let's see. We need a bucket of water. And this, if I remember, yep. We were just looking at that sink earlier, so let's get some water in here. Okay. So far, nothing too complicated. What I used to love Nancy Drew for was puzzles. So, hopefully it lives up to what I remember. I'm hoping it's not just a case of, me remembering that it was a little bit better because I was younger, you know what I mean? But I guess we're gonna see. That's why I chose Senior Detective. What was I doing? Vegetables. Alright. Oh hey look, there's cows back there. I was wondering if there were cows here that we could see. And I can take these sticks, I assume, for the fire? Okay. Ripe vegetables. So, Romano, Old Ivory Egg, Northern Lights, Beefsteak, Golden Queen, Black Turtle. Okay, I'm going to assume those are ripe. The Golden Queens, you'd think that if... Oh, golden, though. If they had a little bit of color that they would be ripe. Black turtles, I'll be completely honest with you, I have no idea. They all look the same to me. So maybe there aren't any ripe ones there. Northern Lights, these all look okay. Old Ivory Egg, you know, I don't know. And then here's these two that look different from the rest. I'm just completely, I don't know if that's right or not.
I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Okay, so Nancy says we have to get the vegetables in. So,
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
Take a look.
please?
Some of this stuff's overripe, but I'll just pitch it. Now, second thing I need
Okay,
you to
we
do
did
for
it.
me
Nice.
is take this, go out to the chicken coop and fill it up with eggs.
Okay.
Just be careful of that basket. It's kinda old. And don't forget
Okay.
to build me that campfire like I asked.
You got it.
Okay, so let's do the fire really quickly. Because we just picked up sticks, and I'm pretty sure we need to look around for sticks for that since there's one. Actually, let me see. Maybe we just need the one stick?
Wonder
Oh?
who wrote this.
Oh, look. It's our first, what's it called?
It's a fire pit.
Yes, Nancy, it's a fire pit.
I need to start with tinder.
Tinder. Oh no. Okay, so we need to find some kind of tinder, I assume. Huh. Let's see, maybe there's something over here. Oh. Okay, we got a chop. Alright, so we're going to stand here because this is in the middle of the block, and then it looks like this is slightly... Let's see. Let's chop it. Chop! Sweet. Okay, that's one.
I should split all the wood first.
Okay, so I have to do it 3 times successfully. Alright. So, we're gonna stand in the back, and this looks slightly more bent? Yep, okay. So far, things... Wait, no, front, and then center. Okay, so far things are pretty manageable.
There, just call me Nancy Paul Bunyan Drew.
Cute. Oh, Nancy. Yeah, okay, so far things are manageable. Nice and relaxing. Trying to, like, see if there's, like, anywhere I can look for kindling? Maybe inside the house? Can't take anything off the fridge. This is where the awful cake thing goes. The cake puzzle. Oh man, I remember the cake puzzle, so that must have been a really...
Hey, you're crowding me here, Nancy. I
Oops.
need elbow room when I cook.
Sorry.
Okay, so we can't go by Shorty. But the cake puzzle, see, usually when I remember something, like a particular something about a game, it means it was either really fun or really bad. And I'm having flashbacks to being at a bed and breakfast in Kentucky when I was really young and not being able to complete the cake puzzle. I had to go downstairs and ask the B&B owner to help me figure out the measurements of the cake puzzle. And then we left the B&B and yeah, it just never got done. It was a great B&B though. They tried to help me through doing the puzzle. But actually, can we okay, so we can open this, but there's nothing in it.
Something goes here.
Yeah, and I don't have that in my inventory, so we can't do that. Tumbleweed Rodeo. I just love this setting. It's so me. Can we take newspaper? We can. Okay. That's kindling.
Bank robbers?
Oh? Denver bank robbers spotted at local gas station. Clerk's description of clothing, car, green tinted sunglasses matches that of witness to $100,000 heist. What? Oh, I can take more? Okay, so I guess we exhausted that option. Okay. So now can we build a fire? What was the other thing he wanted me to do? The chickens? Alright, we've got kindling.
So far, so good.
That's right, Nancy. Big ones?
What I need
No,
is some
little
kindling.
ones. Wait, kindling.
I need more kindling. I need more kindling.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything in with the chickens. I don't see anything here that I can click on. Oh, stick. The other thing I really like about the Nancy Drew games is see how the cursor lights up. It means that we don't really have to worry about pixel hunting, which in these adventure games is when you go around clicking the whole screen. No eggs there. And remember, the sign told us not to click on the chickens or else we're probably gonna get pecked. Eggs! Hey, there we go.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
There's a hole in it.
There's a snake in my boot. Okay, so it looks like this is our first official puzzle. So right-click pieces to rotate. Alright. This will be the final puzzle before we end our, this looks right. No, it doesn't. This looks right. No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding. This will be our final puzzle before we end this episode. That does look right, though. Is it gonna, like, tell me it's right? Or am I just gonna have to do that? That looks a little bit too long, but that looks like it should fit. Yeah, see, that clicked into place. So I'm kind of wondering why that one won't click into place. Okay, let's see. This one's really long. And it looks like it does not go there, but we know this goes up here for sure. This goes here. I love the soundtrack in this game, by the way. It gets a little repetitive, but shouldn't this go here? Hello? Do I have it backwards? I do. So, for those of you who didn't know, I was sick recently. And gaming, which is kind of a funny thing, has been the most excitement I've had in a while. My brain hasn't really had a lot of exercise. So, as simple as these puzzles may seem to you guys, it's just a matter, I don't know. If you've been sick for like a month and then you try and do things, you realize you haven't done them in a while and you feel weird about it. Yeah, that's what I've been going through. I play another game called Mount and Blade, Bannerlord, and I forgot how to do all the stuff in there. And are there additional puzzle pieces here? But anyway, I tried doing a whole bunch of stuff in there and I just realized I had completely forgotten how. And, it's odd for someone who's so active all the time to realize that maybe their mental capacity isn't what it used to be. But brain elasticity, I guess, will let all that come back.
Am I
okay.
good or what?
Actually made my eyes hurt a little bit staring at that design. Oh, nice. We know how to sew. I'm so glad we know how to sew, because I don't know how to sew.
Voila!
Good job, Nancy. But I think we ruined our chance at some eggs. Oh, no. Alright, well... Oh! Kindling! Alright, let's go try putting this down here again.
So far, so good.
Okay.
I need more kindling.
Okay, so we still need more kindling. Okay, so basically, we have to finish the egg chore for Shorty, and we need to finish our fire before we can get a canteen from him so that we can go riding, and I think I'm going to leave this episode here. So, I really hope that those of you who enjoy puzzles and stories with good narratives are going to stick around for the rest of my Cluestomp series, so I can guarantee that I will try to stomp clues and solve puzzles and stuff, but I cannot guarantee that it's going to be very pretty to watch. So you're probably going to see me struggle a little bit as I get back to being myself, but I think this was a really good idea to pick such an easygoing series to kind of get back into doing videos and making some content on YouTube and stuff like that after being gone for a month and really just sleeping while I was sick. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this idea, as well as what you think of the Nancy Drew game. I know I didn't get to talk too much about game development in this episode, but I have a few things I'd like to mention maybe in the next one. So yeah, let me know what you think, and as always, you can find the links to all of my socials in the description box down below, including like Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, all that stuff. Speaking of Patreon, I'm going to have more game development stuff up there. Everything is now down to $2, so you can get everything I have to offer on Patreon for $2. So anyway, I'm hoping I will see you all in the next one. I hope you're doing well in these tough times, and I will see you in the next video.